Hello, and welcome back to another episode of One Idiot, One Console, because the other one's at work. Today we're playing a little bit more Beaverborn. If you don't remember what we did last time, I think we did the gravity batteries last time. Not 100% sure on that, don't quote me. We finished the zipline, we set up for the storage area down here, and we got a decent amount of progress done over here. Which, as you can see, we are now no longer flooding in this direction. Hopefully ever again, which they're still running along the top right now, which is nice. The zipline is helping, as much as I hoped it would. I'm not quite sure what we're using all our planks for right now. Yeah, we really do need more plank production, which means we need more beavers, which means I should just go ahead and speed up all of this. Yeah, that's gonna be like all of that, huh? I at least need to this level. Have you guys ever read the book House of Leaves? Because I'm reading it for the first time and people have been screaming at me to read it my entire life. And I've just never gotten around to it. And now as an adult, I've finally gotten around to it. And it's really funny because there's bits of it where I'm like, why did people want me to read this so badly when I was like 12? And I think it's 90% because it's complicated and I'm able to keep track of that kind of thing and always have been. Like, the further I get into it, the more I'm like, oh my god, why did people want me to read this so bad? It don't make sense. It don't make no sense. But no, oh my god, am I ever enjoying it. Way more than I thought I would. Like, I mean, I always kind of... It was one of those things where I wasn't sure what I was gonna like, you know? Like, whether or not it was gonna be good. Because, you know, like, when you have somebody over and over and over and over and over again tell you that you should read something, and they just never let up on it, like, it's gonna be one of two things. You're either gonna love whatever that is for the rest of your life, that's gonna be, like, your favorite thing, and everyone was spot on about it, which was absolutely Game of Thrones for me, which is really funny, because I didn't want to watch it without my counterpart on the channel, and he didn't want to watch it because he doesn't want to watch things if people yell at him to watch them over and over again, and I finally convinced him to, and it's, like, one of our favorite shows ever now. Which also, that one sucks, because you can't really rewatch it. There's no rewatch value. Like, once you know what happens, you know what happens. Which, as with everyone else, fuck the last season. They needed way more time for that. But no, I'm like... You know, so it's like, it's either one of those where, like, it's the greatest thing you've ever read, or, like... Or seen, or whatever it is. Or everybody suggests it to you, and then it turns out that it was just some mainstream garbage that everybody was into, and they didn't really understand you. They just went, oh, well, everyone else in the world has read this book, seen this movie, watched this show, you know, whatever. So, obviously, I have to recommend it to everyone I know, you know. And it's really hard to tell which one it's gonna be. Because sometimes it totally is, you know, it's the, wow, I really genuinely enjoy this thing, and sometimes it's like, nope. That was just because everybody else read it. And it's really difficult to tell which one it's going to be at any given moment. If I could get them onto the ground over here, that might be helpful. Because I might be able to just build all of this from the ground. I'm not sure. I could build a way down from one of these walls and see what happens. Like, just let them back onto the pathways that already exist. How would I do that if I were to do that? Put that there. And that connects everything. Cool, which won't help much with that part of the wall, but that'll help with the rest of everything. Alright, let's get them to build that, and then we'll see how that goes from there. And are we anywhere near the observatory? Not quite yet. Which, to be fair, we're still gonna have to... Ew, what am I touching? He doesn't vacuum under his desk, and it gets so weird under here. There's like hella cat hair. I am having to hold in a song that is stuck in my head again, and it sucks. Okay, gear workshop might be an issue. How many of the things that I'm building need gears? Most of them, I think. Alright, so why don't we focus a little bit on the industrial side of things for a minute here. So let's go ahead. You guys can get 15 logs together. Let's do that real quick. Let's get some little piles here. One for planks, supply, and one of these obtain logs. Don't know if we've actually made anything here. No, that wouldn't be a pile, that would be a warehouse. I'm thinking the dandelions I want to get close by. I'm just going to leave that neutral. Get that built. Yes, I'm aware you cannot get as many planks. Can I just build them with metal at this point? I've got so much. Ah. Alright. So you're kind of sitting on your ass doing nothing. I don't think I need much more paper. So we'll leave that for now. Alright. That should increase your productivity. We're connected to power. We are connected to power. Productivity sucks right now, but that's also its first day existing. Oh, perfect. Okay, let's see how they do with the power shortage real quick. Okay, nobody's using anything anymore, so now it doesn't matter. Alright. I don't know why I did that. Never mind, go back. Yeah, we really do start to need the bigger storage, don't we? Oh, that's good. I got all the logs done. Just waiting on planks for this one, too. And probably for all of these. Well, planks and gears for those. Do I have the setup? Yeah, I have gears right here, and then I have planks. Should not be set to neutral, that should be set to obtain. Because we need it for those. Whereas these can totally be set to supply and go wherever the hell they want. Hopefully these will start working as a kind of couplet right here. That'll be good. Let's see if everybody makes it inside for the night. And yeah, some of them went elsewhere for a moment, but yay. Alright, looks like they might finally get up to there. Let's see how we're doing on... Yeah, so we are doing good on all of the shrub, scarecrow, everything else. That's good. Campfire we're not doing so hot on. which is fine for now. I might start an entertainment district over there on the far side of the map. We're not doing great on wet fur. Hunger and thirst is going to solve itself in a minute here. Start working on beaver statue and bulletin pole. Have I really got 50 beavers? Hell yeah. I've done a lot more with 50 beavers than I've usually done with like multiple hundreds of beavers. So, alright, so next thing we work on is probably potatoes and stuff, which I could probably dedicate half a field to. What did we set these to? Carrots. I'm not going to worry about it until we have a couple of extra beavers, and then I'll set up the infrastructure for it, but for right now, yay! You want to go chop wood over here? I'm going to prioritize him with the haulers. I try not to prioritize anybody with the haulers, but it's going to be a little easier on him if we do that. Alright, done with our drought. It's barely an inconvenience. Let's see how high this fills. Because I think it's going to go out. It might not go out. I think it'll get to that level, we'll see. And then it'll spill out in both directions, which is fine. I really do think I am going to look into the stupid idea of just building like a water bridge to get over here and only to get over here. Could be fun. Waiting. Have I finished the observatory yet, or even built any of it? Damn, they really do not want to work on this thing. Yeah, and it takes the planks and gears, which are currently my problem, and the thing I'm working on making happen, so that's gonna be a minute. Oh good, it's filled up. Yeah, I was right, it got to that level. So now we're just waiting on them to build the rest of it, which, now that we're in the wet season again, let's go ahead and make this a higher priority. I'm going to make these a very high priority because I don't want them to not build them. Oh yeah, and then I was talking about... Hang on. Let's set these to neutral, because I was talking about seeing if they could build from just... No, I should have done that over here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and raise the priority of these, which we're going to need to get up on top of them eventually, but like, my theory here is I could probably just, yeah, they should be able to just go down and back up. So we'll see. And I don't think I can currently get over there, which is fine. I think this stuff will just sit here indefinitely until I come to get it. It's starting to overflow that way too. Ah, we filled up the reservoir to the top that we can fill it up to here. It'll be interesting to see what happens when they plug these holes. If it'll just start filling, like, entirely going that way, or if it'll still... I don't think it'll keep filling up here, but we'll see. Good. Well, we have indeed made it much farther than I normally make it in this game, so yay. Yeah, and now that we're just gonna connect over there, I don't really see the point in building these anymore, so actually, never mind. Oh, one more. Hell yeah. Woo! Filling up a little more, even. Sorry. Got a weird tickle in my throat all of a sudden. Oh, here come the Lolas. Here comes the Lolas. Hello. You come here? Or are you gonna come be the problem child for the video? Go purr into the microphone. Go purr into the microphone. Put pop. I don't know if you can hear. There's the Lolas. The Lolas is here. I don't know why she's plural. She's plural. Oh, the pretty baby. You guys can't see her, but she's got her paws braced against the desk and she looks like a 2-year-old. It's adorable. You pretty much hold her like a 2-year-old, too. You just put her on your lap and vibe. Sorry, you had a piece of wax in your ear. I was getting it. She's very like a 2-year-old as well, in the sense that, like, if you have a pen on your desk, she's gonna try and get it, but, like, with her paws, and then she's gonna try and chew on it. So, like, you have to just keep taking things from her, which I've gotten very good at. I think I'd be good with small children now, because I'm used to just taking things from Lola. Isn't that right? You make things difficult. She's the neediest baby. Everybody else can handle being on their own for a little bit. She sleeps by the door until we come home anytime we leave. Which is so cute. And so sad. And you make me feel bad for leaving. But also, if I don't leave sometimes, I'm gonna go crazy, okay, babies? Okay, baby. Sorry, I know we're pretty much just sitting around for this episode, I don't know. I like watching them build, I really do. There's something satisfying to me, especially when it's, like, water involved. Ooh, we're really flooding that way now. But if the bad tide hasn't flooded that direction, we should be fine. Sorry if you don't like cat ASMR, you're getting it. She's licking my hand. If we get to like 10,000 subscribers, I'll get a face cam, huh? And you'll be able to see the Lola moments. God, I can't imagine getting to that many subscribers. That would be insane. I really hope that this is one of those moments where I go back in the channel history, like, years and years from now, and I'm watching this video and I say the 10,000 subscriber thing, and I'm like, wow, and now we're at, like, 4 million, you know, or something crazy. I would love that, genuinely. Like, for both of us on the channel, it's been a lifelong dream for us to be able to do this and to have an audience and for people to like what we have to say and, you know. Which, if I get hate comments, I'm the type of person I just don't care, but, you know, I've always wanted to be a YouTuber, and he's always wanted to be a YouTuber. I had another YouTube channel, which there's one person on this channel who's smart enough to probably have already figured out who my other channel is. And on that channel, I used to post videos back when I was like 12, 13. I had rainbow hair. I used to show my face, too. Which, I mean, that was back in the day before people would see something like that and use it against you in comment sections and stuff, which is why I don't show my face anymore, but, you know, I'm like, once I've got a big enough audience, like, I want to be that, you know? I like the idea of people coming up to me on the street and liking me, you know? Like, I won't say I've never been popular, as my counterpart here would put it. I was an A-lister in high school, but I want to be popular in a way where people know me and like me, you know? Especially, like, which, for the record, I'm 24, I'm a while out of high school now, but it's interesting. We were talking about it last night, because the social hierarchy is so fucking different when you're in high school. Like, when you're a teenager, and you're in the midst of, like, yeah, people think this way and see me this way and everything, like, it matters how you're perceived. You know, like, it's important. But then, like, once you get to be an adult, I can't speak for college, but, like, once you get to be an adult and you're out in the workforce and everything, like, it's no big deal, you know? Like, you are who you are, and people are pretty much acceptant of that. Like, there's always going to be people that aren't, and I hope that ends at some point, but there's people that aren't acceptant of who you are and think that you're wrong somehow for being who you are, but for the most part, once you get out of high school, everybody's just, nobody cares anymore, you know? And it's interesting, because I've been popular in the high school way where, like, oh yeah, people know who I am, and I wear the right clothes, and I talk the right way, and I have the right friends, and, you know, like, I've been popular in that way. Like, date the right people, you know? But I've never been popular, don't bite me. I've never been popular out of high school. You know? Like, I mean, which I have and I haven't. I've been popular at work. Usually I'm friends with everybody. But I've never been popular in, like, the people would see me just randomly and want to talk to me way. Not since high school. And I would like that. I think that I would really like that. I don't have a lot of friends, and if I got to the point where, you know, say somehow I managed to get as popular as Markiplier, right? Like, if I somehow managed to get that popular on YouTube, like, hey, I would get to a point where, like, I don't have to feel like, oh, I don't have any friends. Like, no, I've got friends. I'm friends with anybody that I walk up to on the street that knows who I am, you know? And that's the kind of audience I'd love to have, too. Like, just the kind where, like, everybody gets along and everybody wants to get along, you know? She is still licking my hand. I think you got everything. And by everything, I mean my skin. That was a little nerve-wracking for a second. There were no beavers on screen. Alright. I will start working around her again. Alright. Well, nothing's really changed over here for the most part. I've got 4 beavers out of a job, which is a good sign. Let's see if I can use the mouse lefty. Woo. This is a difficult mouse to use lefty, for the record. Alright, so we got that. Oh, it's because we can get to that now, which we should be able to get to these soon. See where this is going. Still not so hot on the wet fur, which I'm going to figure out in a minute here. But I've got 58 out of 58 on everything that I've put up thus far. Which I figure means it's about time I figure out where to put a beaver statue. Do not bite me. Why are you mean? Alright, your hand privilege is revoked. You've tried to bite me twice. Nope, this is the wrong spot. There we go. So, beaver statue would be the next, and then bulletin pole after that. Yeah, because bulletin Bulletin pole is going to be more expensive. Like, the metal doesn't matter, it's the damn planks every time. If I could put that right there. So let's get rid of this. Oh, I do have that spot right here, don't I? Yeah, so let's put one there. And let's click on that so I can see what all that's getting. So it's just basically not getting this. Is that getting this last row here? No, it looks like it because it's getting this. Okay. So yeah, it's not quite getting that last row. Which is fine. I'll just put in another one. And that... Whoop, wrong button. And that will get that last one. And then I've got enough that I could also unlock the bulletin pole real quick. And that will get everybody. So we'll put one there. And one there. And that's everything. Cool beans. And then that should literally be everything decoration-wise. Where is it? Yeah, beaver statue, bulletin pole, that's the last two I need. Perfect. Alright. So the next order of business will be trying to get some more of everything I need for the social life stuff around, which I think I've got enough for, well, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. Because it's going to be, I'm going to have to start getting bot production up and running soon. Because that's going to be the only way that I like 100, that I get anywhere near 100% happiness. Let me think about how I would actually do this if I wanted to do this. I don't care if they start building around what I'm putting up right now. So if I was going to make this into just a reservoir area, let's start with that. So it'd be easiest to block that off. I think I'd want to go here. Nah, I'd want that definitely more inland. So, here, say. And then we'll put... Whoop. That was a little too many. Come here. Too many. Hi, Lola. You're falling out of my lap. You do know that, right? Okay, so I've got this as a thing. So, from here... So that's 1, 2... Sorry, I'm trying to figure out... Yeah, so I'm 2 blocks up. So I need 3 more on top of this. So just for... I just need to see what I'm doing real quick. So that's 1, 2, 3. Alright. And then these, I think, are solid. Yeah, solid, which theoretically means I can run water over them, right? Yeah, I've seen it done before, so... Alright. So I would want probably the longest of these, which is going to be a bit of a bitch to unlock. Yeah, but I would want probably the longest of them. And then what I would do is I would just take those and perhaps go out this way, and then... How many would I need to go out? Let's do the top-down view. Got my grid tool. Alright, so let's see. Let's do it this way, actually. So I would need to go out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 7... No, 10. Yeah, so I would need to go out 10 in this direction at least. Which I've got 6, so that would be a 6. And then I need it to be, what, 4 wide? So, 4-ish. It could be just 3 wide. Yeah, so if I use the 6, that'll get me to 12. And then I could just start running them this way. And then I could just run it over this way. And then all I'd do is just put a dam on both ends of this. Yeah, this is totally doable. Okay, hell yeah. I'm gonna start planning that out then. So... I think I am just gonna round this out for the most part. Because that's what I wanted. There that is. know how far over I need to go yet. Oop, don't do that. Come on. There we go. I kind of wish I could make this smaller. Making sure that it's walkable the whole way around. Again with that. Oh, hey, they finally finished that zipline. Ow. Thank you, Lola. You have claws. I don't know why I'm thanking her for clawing me. It's fine. I'm fine. Alright, so all in all, not doing so bad on the reservoir. The new one. This will be helpful for expanding out later. I don't expect them, well, they'll probably work on it a little bit, but I don't intend on having them work on it, like, specifically in the near future. But, like, if they work on it a little bit, they work on it a little bit. It's not a big problem. I know I'm missing a block, I don't care. Alright, and there we go. And then I'll need some way up. Just considering the storage is right here, might actually... I think I'm gonna have them go pretty much... I don't know why I keep pressing the buttons that I do. Go here. You know, I don't know why I did that the way I did that. It's fine. It's happening now. I don't care if it's inefficient. Perfect. So I might even put a zipline station up here, actually. Yeah, that could be... that could work. Alright, and then that way they can get up here really easily, and then they're basically just gonna need hella wood up here. Perfect. Helps if I actually select paths. Yeah, you know what, whatever. keeping an eye on everything. Seems like we're doing okay. I would prefer it if they were able to build in both directions. And either way they'll have to build platforms. Let's set this to obtain. Set it to wood. Perfect. Alright. We'll start working on that in a minute. I also do need to see how exactly this fills. Okay, they've gotten here. Why are we not building? We are building. Let's add that to the slightly higher priority list. As much as one of these will help over there in the short term, I don't think it's going to help as much as this future one will, because that's something that can actually get us over there right then, you know? Oh good, and we finally got the more houses. Not that I really think we need the extra harvest hand, I just want to put them there so that I have them. That's all full up, full up. I don't know, maybe more builders, I guess? Yeah, we could do more builders. Yeah, that would be nice. Alright, let's up the priority of that. We've got very little spatter dock all of a sudden. I should probably be moving spatter dock production into here. Could set up for that while I'm thinking about it. How close am I to needing to end the episode? Not very. Thinking about where exactly I want to put them. I think let's do what I normally do with it. Yeah, because I like it when they face each other, because then you get a little bit more of a similar distance on both of them. Okay, so that'll go about to the path. That will also go... Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. Alright, how far do these go there? So that'll all go up to there. Oh yeah, this is gonna be good. So the path is a pretty clear boundary on this side. I think I can go up to there. Yeah, I could go past there if I really wanted to. I don't think it matters. Alright, so while I've got all this space, I might as well put in some cattail as well. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Interesting that you can't really tell. Ooh. Getting real close to running out of water. Alright. Let's pause you guys for the rest of the days. Alright, so... Oh, cool, we literally just need the pine resin. Alright. Upped in priority. Should be able to get all the planks to it at least. Interesting that they're coming across over here and running, it seems. Also, would somebody just hit this with a hammer? While we're at it. It'd be nice to have some more log storage. Perfect, and now I can empty these, which gives me more space in the middle of town. See how long it takes to empty these. Whoop. Because just that one, like, doubled the storage space. And now my counterpart is sending me YouTube videos. This is potentially going to be the last one of these that I batch film today, because I still have to do my Stardew series, and then I'm thinking about trying a new game while I'm at it, so I'm not sure. Like, I'm having fun. I genuinely am having fun right now, and usually I try to stop when I'm not having fun anymore, but then also that leaves me burnt out for a couple of days, you know? So I just want to, I'm like, I don't know what I want to do here. What the fuck? 600, 250, oh, these aren't bad at all anymore. Alright, can you reach all the way over there? Yes, you can. I'm just gonna mark all of this for cutting. Except for in the building. Yeah, you know, I think I'm gonna do one more episode today. I like this game. I'm having fun. I wanted storage, not that. There we go. Man, these things are big. I always forget how big they are. The store's 300. This store's literally 4 times that. Granted, this one store's 10 times that one. Now let's mark these for figure water, 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 and then we'll start doing some interesting stuff in the next ones. Some of which should probably be a little closer to the front, actually, so we'll start like that. So let's do biofuel, catalyst, bad water. Nope, wrong one. Oh, not what I meant to do. There we go. And then we'll do extract and maple syrup, because hopefully we're never going to need enough of most, the medicine, so. There we go. Speaking of which, we now have medicine going, so you can go ahead and, well, yeah, you know what, since we actually have the extra beavers, you can just hang out there. I don't care that much anymore. How many are in that? All 4, perfect. We ought to be flying over here. It's like ants. Which I still have an ant parade in my living room. It won't end. And I hate it. Alright, so they definitely don't need these. Or at least it doesn't seem like they do. Yeah, because they can access everything else from everywhere else, so no biggie. Perfect. That works. Well, by tomorrow, when the floods, or the dry season's over, we should have... Ooh, what did I just press? Tab. Interesting. Geek mode. This is good. Good, good. Alright, well. Should have ended the video before it did that. Well, anyway. As always, thank you for hanging out with me. I do genuinely appreciate having you here, and I hope you have a good day, night, whatever it is for you. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!